You always feel sad when the team performs the way they performed. You feel for the players. I thought it was a dominant performance from our team. Created the chances, especially first half. Even second half, where I thought we were not as sharp as the first half, but we still created good chances. I understand again that we just played 2 days ago, and it would have shown like it showed the second half. But one thing that was missing in all the performance was just the goal, and the team deserved better. But I can't blame the players for the performance today. We just totally dominated the match, created the chances, but the ball just did not go into the net. Lodge had an injury yesterday. He was in the team. In the last preparation, he had a muscle strain, which is why we couldn't take him along. We hope from our medical team to get the feedback whether he'll be ready or not ready. But currently, we're not sure. With Happy, it's just management. With Happy contributing so well as a leader in the team. But again, we still have to manage him. He played so many games. We played the full match when we played in Nelspruit, and for him to play again today and play on the weekend. So it's just management with Happy. Tsahofa Zumabasa is okay. It's just the competition, like it is. I said before, Pirates have got 6, 7 good strikers. It's just competition. He's training well, and I'm hoping that he'll get his opportunity soon. Definitely 2 points dropped, but when you look at us having played on Sunday, drive from Nelspruit back to Johannesburg, prepare one day, and then you play today, and still perform the way we performed. I thought the dominance just deserved a result. We more than just dominating possession. I also thought we created the better chances. Sometimes I thought there were tap-ins, but the ball couldn't go into the net. So, getting to your question, I think it's 2 points dropped. But let's go into the next match with the right mentality and then take it from there. I think you can't take away the strength of Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs. I don't think the derby has lost anything except to say that there's no supporters. The supporters have got a big role to play in such matches, and I think the only thing that's missing is the supporters. And you must also see that COVID has really affected big teams than smaller teams. Smaller teams enjoy playing in empty stadiums because they are used to that, but bigger teams find it a challenge, and I think Pirates to an extent has been affected by that. So if you're asking me about the derby, Kaizer Chiefs again being the big team with the big support, I thought they have been affected. I think that's the only thing missing, and it also affects the quality of the game that is displayed on the day. I think the Achilles tendon, the Achilles of our team is the fact that a lot of players just came back. If you look at the strikers that I'm talking about, the others were Lipasa was injured. He has been out. Gaba has been out for whatever reason. So how they came back, we only have all of them now. But how they trained, injuries and other reasons have caused that they are not at the same level of fitness. So while we're choosing, but there's also other things to manage, issues like that from injuries. So I acknowledge that we haven't scored as much as we want, but again, scoring does not only depend on the strikers, it depends on a lot of factors. For the amount of dominance and matches that we have dominated possession, I think our final third has not been the best. Whether you score through strikers, whether you score through midfielders, but yes, I acknowledge we haven't scored frequently as we want, especially with the dominance of possession that we have had in matches. Unfortunately, the derby has got no form. The derby has got no history. Anybody can win the derby. It depends on the day who's more prepared to do well in a match, the mentality and maybe the freshness. But again, I wouldn't go for form. I wouldn't go for history. It's just that the team that is more prepared will win on the day. It's an easy question from the look, but it's a tough question. As a coach, you first want to have box entries. Final third entries, you want numerical advantage so that it gives you an opportunity. And again, you need somebody to take the decision to score. I thought today we had the numerical advantage, we had the entries in the final third, we had the right movement, maybe the final one of taking the ball and executing and putting it in the net did not happen. At least the processes towards creating chances is not a big worry in that sense, because it becomes a big problem that you don't even enter the final third. But when you play against a low block but still create the number of chances that we created, it's encouraging. We just have to work more, maybe frequently on such situations and repetitions of such, so that players can get the confidence of scoring. But it's not a big problem, yes, from the look, because you're not scoring. But I think it is manageable. I don't have all the details, but what I had and what I shared with the officials is that if there were insults that were exchanged between the two coaches, the goalkeeper coach and the head coach of Cape Town City. If that was the case, then give the red card to both of them. Surprisingly, this one gets a red card and the other one doesn't. But I'm used to this about officiating. The lesser said about officiating, the better, because it's not in our control. But if you count the number of decisions that go against our team, you should be the witness. Golden arrows, the hand, the player holds the ball like a goalkeeper, but no decision. I'm just giving you one example. There's plenty like that. So decisions about officials, let's leave it to the officials. We are not in control. Let's try and control what is in our control, which is the players in the field and the outcome. Let's control what is in our control. Try and gather as many points as we can. But from the look of things, I think the trophy is in Sundowns' cabinet. It's up to Sundowns to take the trophy out of the cabinet for competition. But from the look of things, realistically, I think the trophy is in their cabinet. But if it's not mathematically like that, anything is still possible in football. But realistically, I think it's in their cabinet.